crook back by. Ciri had happened on the Crones. The beastly sisters took her in, then wavered, unsure if they should eat her or surrender her to the wild hunt. Ciri escaped before they could decide. Pursued by a spectral rider, she had fled into the swamp, where Geralt lost her trail once more. He now needed a new lead.
Hello, Baka. Tell the Baron what I learned about Anna. Let's do it.
And you shan't steal no young.
Must be all like, hey, dude, your wife's weird.
Cider for you, or a bit of
Like to take a look.
Ooh, a book. You have already read this. Then why is there an exclamation point next to it? Makes me think I haven't read that. What's this? How much is, like, food? $9 each. I'd rather just loot it. How much alcohol do I have? That would be under crafting, wouldn't it? This alcohol? Water. Wraith essence. Sap. Alchemical ingredient, here we go. Termian rye. Redanian herbal. Dwarven spirit, I have 24 of those. Okay, I'm good on alcohol. How much do cards cost? $20? $10? $50? $20? I need to find a good way to make money in the game. Because I'm afraid to start buying a bunch of cards and then not have a good way to make money back.
How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically.
Alright. Choose a card to redraw. There we go. Dominant. Pick an impenetrable fog card from your deck and play it instantly. Ah. This is impenetrable fog, right? This is ranged combat. Okay. What is this plus thing? No heroes or special cards. Oh, choose a card from my discard pile and play it instantly. Ah ha 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 ha. Ballista. Do I have any anti-ballista? Siege, okay. Oh, you there. He gave me a spy so that he could draw. What a jerk! What's this do? Place next to a card with the same name to double the strength of both cards. Gotcha. He'd have to play a lot of cards if I got rid of his. Okay, let's do this. I'm at 19. Your opponent is passed. I might as well just win then. My turn. Let's play Death Mold. Those Kira Mets. Alright. No, I don't want to put all my cards in one basket. There we go. That's ranged. Okay. Draw. Yeah, but he had to play almost all his cards. Yeah, victory. I still had cards for the final round. Okay.
White one. Take a gander over here.
So yeah, I'm gonna start... Oh, new card. Hey. Wait, does it... Here's a question. Is that option now grayed out because I've defeated him?
Hey, watch it.
Spot a cider for you.
Yes, it is. Okay, so defeated people I've defeated are gray.
Best deal around. One for the price of two. Do I look at all familiar, Master Witcher? My associate and me, you were kind enough to save us from the very guards I myself had hired, no less.
All right. Rings a bell now. Get to your destination all right?
We did, and we were lucky to, for the trade proved surprisingly robust. I've new goods now, if you're interested. Naturally, at a sizable discount, it's your due.
Show me what you've got on offer. So long.
Come closer, don't be shy. You'll find I've everything you ever need.
So now what I need to do is I need to find somebody playing Gwent and lose to them
Let's be the witch.
and see if the Gwent option stays white or if it also grays out.
You white one. Look like you.
Fancy a gander at our little stockpile?
I do
We've
actually.
gathered ourselves quite the collection. Why let such nice things waste away in peasant huts?
Show me what you got.
Interesting. Another map. Plus 70 max weight. Plus 50 stamina. Plus 40 horse fear reduction. This does silver damage. I mean, the other one did too, but... Interesting. This guy sells some really good stuff. God, that's so hard to do, though. Everything costs so much freaking money. You already have this item. I don't have that one. I don't have that one. And I don't have that one. It's good that it tells me I've already got the card, though. That's handy.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent.
The more I drink, the clearer I think.
Decoy. Swap with a card on the battlefield and return it to your hand. Interesting. Dude, that would be really good. If he uses a weather effect, I could swap out a card before I passed. Huh. Remove. Add. There we go. Not enough unit cards? Oh. Oh, because technically it's not a unit. It's like a special ability card. Okay, I don't want to redraw Decoy. Or fucking interesting. Let's redraw him. Okay. Opponent goes first. At that point, I knew I was going to lose. Wait, Impenetrable Fog is, I think that's Siege. No, that's ranged. Damn. He passed, huh? Alright, so we're gonna go like this. That's a 9, we win. Okay. Can I explain this game a little? Maybe? I don't even know if I get it. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm still gonna lose. Oh, we're tied now. Yeah, that's all he needed. I mean, I might be able to explain the game a little.
Fancy a gander at our little stockpile.
No, it goes gray regardless. How do I know who I've beaten and who I've not beaten then? So, if I understand this correctly, Mom...
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent.
The way this works is you've got... I'm going to play with the same deck. I should be fine. Do I want to redraw anything? I'll redraw him. Clear weather, that'll work. I don't think I'll redraw anything else. Okay. So you got 3 rows of combat. You've got melee, ranged, and siege. And the total attack power between the 3 are totals up here. You also have weather effects that will nullify all the attack damage in one particular row, but it affects the same row on both sides. So for example, this one says, this sets the strength of all ranged combat cards to 1 for both players. So the fog affects my ranged characters and his ranged characters. And all of them now only attack for 1 instead of like 2, 4, 5, whatever they were. What is this ability? Place on your opponent's battlefield, count towards his total, and I draw 2 cards from my deck. That's melee. Fog is ranged. Okay, so I don't want to give him a melee character. If I have the rain card, that reduces strength to 1 for melee. Okay, that would be... okay. So I would take like a ranged character and put him on the ranged side of my field. So now I have 4 points in ranged, which is just 4 over here. There's 5 in melee. 5 in melee. I don't have to combat melee to melee, but I tend to do that just because if he's putting a lot of high cards in melee or ranged, the likelihood of him playing a weather effect is lower, because he's not going to want to nullify a lot of his outgoing damage. Do I play one of my siege weapons? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to play one of my weak melees and see what he does. He played a really... oh, he gave me a weak siege. Alright. I'll play another melee. I bet he wants to cancel out siege. He gave me another melee. He's drawing more cards. He doesn't have a good hand. I'm going to pass so that I don't... and once you pass, you can't play cards anymore. So like, my turn's over. He can play cards until he wants to stop at that point. But I would be stuck at 17 or less if he uses weather effects. But I don't think I'm going to be able to beat him on subsequent hands if I keep playing cards. Okay, there he beat me. He's going siege pretty heavily, so I can dump a lot into siege. I'm gonna have to give him the win on this and draw more cards. Ugh. That's freaking terrible. And what is this a melee? Close combat. So he would go from 23 to, what is that, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if I play that now, and then play this guy, now I win that round. All I have is weather effects. You've got to be kidding me. I lose. He plays one card, it's over. No matter what he plays. Yep, I lost. And now I've only got one card, might as well play it. No weather effects. It's hard to tell who's going to be good at Gwent and who isn't as well. So like I can go up against somebody who's just got a deck that I have no chance in hell of beating.
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
Yeah, they actually released the game. They released a game that's just Gwent, and that's all it is. So that you can just play Gwent all day long. I'm sure I'd really enjoy it later, I just need to get better at it. So I found your wife, dude. She weird.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Scoia'tael. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
still seems like your fault to me.
Will you let me finish?
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname. Makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit. Hysteria. Threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. And as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
Don't know why you're telling me all this. Your relationship with your wife? Your concern, not mine.
Ah, a witcher. Should have expected as much. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
Your wife is with the Crones, as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
I've heard folk speak of them, and thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. How on earth did she land there?
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast serving the Crones attacked them and abducted Anna.
A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara? Was she hurt?
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie? What happened to her?
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though. In fact, Anna seems content there.
Content? What is this tripe, Witcher? What in bloody blazes is she doing in that swamp?
She made a pact with the Crones and Well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. Right in front of us. I thought we'd breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth.
The trees!
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
Hello? So I have to go this way. Aha!
Bring it on, Orson! Come here! You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
You helped me as well. When your man brought me here. You fed me, cared for me, had my wounds looked after. We're even now.
You needn't leave. You're in good company here. We'll always have a warm corner for you.
I must leave. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
And you? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then, who knows where.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
Where'd you get these letters?
Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian army once.
Redanians guard the crossing.
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
There you are! Escaped again. Sorry, we was never here.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast, but he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Uma? Strange name.
Aye, strange, but he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damned foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards.
What? What?
Must have been pretty desperate to play for that.
Ah, quit your carping, smartass. Someone wagered him, and we played. If anyone was desperate, it was the bugger's former master.
Funny story. How so?
Went to Novigrad once, to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man, but there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
Find the Baron's wife and daughter. Destination Skellige, and I have a skull on that. Don't think I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, it's 16. Nope. Visit Triss in her house in Novigrad. Return to Crookback Bog. Alright. Let's mark that. I have another unlock spot. Deflect arrows while parrying. Adrenaline point loss upon taking damage is lowered. Increases potion overdose threshold. Oil applied to blades gives a 3% chance of poisoning the target on a hit. Time slowed further when aiming bombs. Every known level 1 alchemical formula increases maximum toxicity by 1. If toxicity is above 0, time automatically slows when an enemy is about to perform a counter.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Hey! Cowhot? How do you pronounce that name? I don't want to screw it up too bad. Wow, I cannot read to save my life. Donated $15. Said used to fervently watch every one of your LPs all the way back to Chichen Itza. Got lost somewhere during Black Flag. Life got too busy. Seems like much longer ago than it actually was. Great to see you're still around. Cheers for the great times, Uma! Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Each potion dose imbibed heals 5% of maximum vitality, and the potion duration is increased by 5%. I need to unlock that. What else do we have over here? What is this? Metabolism boost. Adrenaline points will be consumed to reduce the toxicity cost of drinking potions by 33%. Adrenaline points increase both weapon damage and sign intensity. Increase maximum toxicity. I need something that increases health. How do I increase vitality? There's not a lot of stuff that does this. I also have another mutagen I can put on. Vitality plus 50. These are also vitality plus... So this is a Wraith mutagen. Griffin mutagen. Sign intensity. Attack power. 50 vitality. I mean, I guess I could... just put another 50 vitality in there, because why not? Can I make mutagens more effective? Increases bonus for mutagen placed in a mutagen slot by 10%. When consumed, mutagen decoctions increase maximum vitality by 200 for the decoction's effective duration. This costs 8 to unlock. How many points do I have? I only have 3. But it's so hard to think about what to level up, you know? What did I get here? Strong attack is increased. I don't do a lot of strong attack, so that's not super useful. What does adrenaline get me? Makes my signs more useful, doesn't it? Targeted enemy briefly becomes an ally and deals 20% more damage. Holy crap, that's awesome. Emits a continuous stream of fire that damages enemies. I don't think I would like that, actually. Let's put off points for a while. Played the game for 200 hours, you've never figured out adrenaline? That's fair.
Rain don't rust your blades.
I only have one swallow. Meet the Baron in Downwarren. So I should rest before we go back to Downwarren. Whoops. Whoops, stop doing that. Shift tab apparently brings up the GOG screen. Alright, so one thing I was looking at earlier that I wanted to do a double take on. 50 vitality regen, 50 during combat, and a 5-second duration. So this is the same thing. Okay. So it's not any more powerful than than your standard food. Alright. Let's take a break for a second. Alright, so they'll get me some swallow back. Oh, and the guards are gone. Alright. It's over here.
What's happened to you? Some sort of
blasted vendetta.
A beauty? What the devil do you mean?
A great mare. A horse fiend. Folk done went mad. Lunged at each other. Murdering all neighbors or young'uns.
It's the spirit of the forest, taking revenge on those who sought its demise, driving them mad.
Geralt! Good, you've arrived. I've trouble drawing any sense from their canting. Should give 'em a taste of the whip to bring 'em in line, 'cause...
My lord, 'tis what they said too. About the mare, meaning... That is the forest's dark ghost.
Who claimed so?
The witch hunters passed through just now, heading for the village in the swamp. Some lass was leading them, asking after her mother.
Lass? We must go there at once, Geralt.
Agreed.
I'll gather my men. All in, with the swamp to cross and those cursed crowns to hunt down.
God, these swords look so good.
Ploughing swamp. Pox-ridden air promotes brain rot in the peasants. Crowns, fuck me. What will these hayseeds think of next?
The crones exist. You'll know that soon enough.
Right. More likely some mad old wenches making mincemeat of peasant minds. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them. Care for them out of the kindness of her heart. Good as gold, that one. Always.
Dude, I saw these chicks. They are not your average wench. You don't even consider them chicks?
Give the devil some all together.
God, calm the fuck down.
We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about. Managed the one time, but who the hell knows what we'll find deep in.
That fair talking? Through you? Brawny bird?
Who? Me? Fear? Not on your life.
They need to put some pants on? I guess.
Show these horrors who's in charge.
Ow! I did not even see that water hag.
All together! Hell, what the...
Water hangs.
Where's a horror like that come from?
A wench that's had too much hooch turns into that. So next time you think to give a woman booze, don't. Better off drinking it down yourself.
Witcher, why are you here?
Tell you later.
All together! Fucking get out of here!
Witcher, change your mind. How much did my father pay you?
Don't think you have anything to fear. Brought your new friends with you.
I have no fear, for the eternal fire protects me.
Won't need to protect you from me.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay a finger on her. Never. I'll not let you.
You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father, I know. But I've changed. Ask anyone. Geralt, come, tell her.
Stop arguing. It's stupid. We need to find Anna.
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can lead to naught but one's downfall.
Who the bloody hell is this?
And who are you to ask so crudely?
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a drunken swine.
Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father.
You're not my father. And I care not a bit what befalls you.
I remind you we've a matter to resolve here. Witcher, will you help us?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect in this cursed place.
No time to lose. Crones could return any minute.
Ha! How do you know they're not here already?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Don't.
Uh-oh.
Over here!
Mother? Is that her? No. No. It's impossible. We must do something. Witcher!
Something's coming. Get ready.
What was that?
Wolves? Perhaps.
Didn't sound like wolves.
Because it wasn't. Get ready.
Come on!
You'll spoil our feast.
Hold on. Damn it, I don't have any weapon repair kits. Alright.
We'll cut you up, Cole. A fine rough you will make.